Hi, this is my February review for Taurus. We start the month with a new moon on the 1st. This is fantastic. It's a time to start new things, new beginnings, and there's nothing better than that on the 1st of the month. Now, we have the new moon in Aquarius, so this involves humanitarian issues. It involves friends and groups and societies and networking. Bringing things together like that. And also it's to do with science and technology. It's a good time to get up to date with these things. Now the new moon happens in your 10th house, which is the focus on career or your public standing. Now it could be that there are things you can do in this area, there could be opportunities that come up in this area. The 10th house is about self-mastery. It's about promoting yourself, advancing yourself in some way. And also with this 10th house, it's about your destiny. So there could be new things that happen now, new doors that open that will affect your destiny going forward. There are two other aspects on the 1st. The first one is your ruler, Venus, making an aspect to Uranus. And this could bring exciting new things into your life as well. This could be people from other countries or other religions or other backgrounds that you come in contact with. And also because of the Uranus contact in your 1st house, there could be developments, changes that happen within you because of these experiences. Then the other aspect on the 1st is a rather more difficult one. Neptune makes an aspect to the black moon north. And this is Neptune is the one thing you cannot put your finger on it. You can't get hold of Neptune. He's ethereal, he's like a fog. And the black moon's our shadow side. So this will happen sort of unconsciously. And in the 11th house, which is where Neptune is, there could be some deception where friends are concerned. There could be some things you need to think about. So it might be time to just withdraw. This aspect happens for 7 days and avoid any extremes or any showdowns and just see how this one pans out. On the 3rd, there's an extremely positive transit between Mars and Jupiter. Jupiter's in that 11th house, Mars in the 9th. So this is a good time to study anything that is philosophical or religious within group environment. It's also a good time to plan travel and to discover new things, new places. It's a very good aspect for health and also for business and finance. Now, on the 4th, we have all planets going direct. Now, this will last for 3 months, so it's full steam ahead with all your activities and plans. Also on the 4th, the Sun conjuncts Saturn, who's in that 10th house we spoke about earlier. So this is a great time to plan. This is good for advancement in the 10th house areas, and it's very good for organisation as well. So get things in order with this aspect. It only lasts for a day, but it's a day well spent if you organise a plan. On the 5th, we have two aspects. First, there's an aspect between Pluto and the Moon's North Node. Now, the North Node is in your 1st house at the moment and will be all year. So this is a time when you can work with Pluto. You can use his power and his strength to advance yourself in some way. And Pluto in the 9th house, it's time to use your intuition and be strong. Use your inner power to align yourself with your spiritual purpose or your spiritual way forward. Also with the North Node in the 1st house, it's going to open doors for you this year. There's going to be things that you can perhaps do for the first time, things you've always been afraid to do, but it's now time to be brave and do those. Now the other aspect on the 5th is between Mars and Chiron. Now this is a square, so this is a bit more challenging. Chiron will soften the Mars effect, so it's a good time to make peace if you've had any disagreements with people, but it's also time to learn to be firm and say no without being aggressive. And it's also a good time to heal anything from the past, especially where you feel that you've been victimised in some way. On the 7th, Mars will give you the impetus to do or try something new because he's making an aspect to Uranus. Now, this is a day when you'll be dissatisfied with your normal routine, so you will want to try something new. This actually lasts for 3 days, so there's time to try lots of things. Then on the 10th, Mercury joins Pluto and obviously makes the same aspect to the Moon's North Node. So there'll be messages now, there'll be ideas coming through that will help you to understand and know what it is you need to do if you are in any doubt. It's also a good time with Mercury, Pluto to get beneath the surface, to analyse things, to look at things and discover things that may be hidden or covered up. On the 11th, the Sun makes a positive aspect to the black moon Lilith. Now the Sun will illuminate the shadow side and it will highlight areas of concern or areas where you need to make changes. This is in your financial situation or your value system. Sun, that 10th house, will connect with that area, so bring the two together and show you where you need to make the necessary adjustments. Then on the 12th we have Venus and Mars coming together. This is fantastic because this is going to last to the end of the month and will culminate into a climax at the end of the month, which we'll tell you about later. But when these two come together, there's always an increase in sexual energy and sexual attraction. So it's a good time to attract someone if you're not in a relationship, or it's a good time to deepen and use this energy to strengthen your existing relationship. This is also very creative. It's in your 9th house. It's also time to learn new things, learn creative things, and it's ideal for using physical energy put into a creative pursuit. Anything like dance or performing, anything that uses physical energy creatively. There's a lot of desire for change this month with the planets and the aspects they're making for you, Taurus. And a lot of it revolves around Uranus in your 1st house. And Jupiter makes an aspect on the 13th, positive sextile, so will invigorate Uranus. He will want to change things around you. He won't be satisfied with the normal routines of daily life. He wants some excitement. He wants new things. Jupiter can help bring that. Jupiter brings opportunities and growth. So the opportunities to learn and grow and try new things. And also with these two coming together, you'll be able to see with different eyes. You'll be able to see a bigger picture. You'll be able to encompass things and maybe formulate your plan based on what you can now see. On the 15th, we see that you are at a crossroads. We have the Sun making a square aspect to the Moon's nodes. Now the North Node's in Taurus, your sign, South Node in the opposite sign in the 7th house. There's a time now to balance between your needs and the needs of others, balance between the past and the future. Now this can be done, but you need to live in the here and now to do this. You can't do it if you're too much rooted in the past or too much looking towards the future. Now the point of this aspect with the nodes is that in some way something has to change. It will lead you in a new path. It will lead you in a new direction. Something has to change and it will be for the better. Now the other aspect that will help you is on the 16th we have the full moon. Now the full moon is in Leo. Now this will bring creativity and passion to the whole situation. So this will give you the impetus to make some changes or to try something new. And that's what this month seems to be all about for you, Taurus, is to try something new. Whatever it is, it doesn't have to be successful, but it's the fact that you try something new brings you the experience and the extra knowledge that you so desire. Now the new moon is in your 4th house, so it's time to focus on home and family for a while. There's been a big focus on the 10th house and career, your public standing, and now it's time to focus on home and family and your own personal needs and your own personal security so that you can feel comfortable at home and with yourself over the next couple of weeks. On the 22nd we have the Venus-Mars conjunction making a positive aspect to Neptune. Now this heightens Venus. This brings the best out of Venus. This is a good day for appreciating the arts and beauty. It's a good day to spend with friends as Neptune's in the 11th house. Maybe going to a show or going to a gallery together so you can appreciate the beauty side of this. And also it's a very romantic day. You could share this time with your partner as well. Now for Mars, it brings Mars to his most docile. But he will be putting energy into helping others and looking out for others, and it makes him more compassionate. And it's a good day for putting energy into spiritual learning or any meditation or other pursuits. The only other thing that might happen is you might go into a complete daydream and just spend the day in a beautiful fantasy. Either way, it's a day to enjoy. On the 23rd and 24th, Mercury makes three aspects. The first, on the 23rd, is a positive aspect to Chiron. This is a good day to talk about any hurts, any wounds. Mercury being in that 10th house, there could be wounds connected with your career or your public standing. It's a good time to discuss these, bring them out in the open. The second one is a conjunction with Juno. Now, Juno is about commitment, so this could be focused on your relationship and renewing commitment or making a commitment for the future and the long term. And then the third one on the 24th is a aspect to Uranus, and this will make your mind buzz. This means that you can share ideas, excitement, and you'll be well spoken. You won't be afraid to voice your opinions. Now just be careful, because this is in the 10th house of your public standing, so don't go and say something in public that maybe you will regret. I know the idea sometimes with this aspect is to shock people, but it's time maybe to just think before you speak. To end the month, we have two aspects, and these are the culmination or climax of the Venus-Mars conjunction. The first aspect on the 25th is with Vesta. These two conjunct Vesta. Now, Vesta is the largest of the four asteroids, and is the sister of Jupiter. She's the goddess of hearth and home, and also the keeper of the eternal flame. Where we meet Vesta is where we align with our spiritual path, and also how we channel our sexual energy and experiences. Come together with Venus. Venus wants to heighten her experience in love. This is in the 9th house, so she wants the higher realms of love. She wants to experience things like Tantra and the higher romantic forms. Now with Mars, Mars wants to be protective, because Vesta rules the hearth and home. He wants to protect that, he wants to rule that, and it's a good time to put things into practice that will secure your relationship if you're in a relationship. It's a good time to commit to something, or to commit long term, just like we saw with the Juno aspect from Mercury. Maybe that was about how we talk about it. Mars is actually when we do something about it and make that commitment. The final aspect on the 28th, these three come to make a trine aspect with the moon's north node. The north node is in your first house of the self. So this is going to be very significant for you. This is a time when you can align yourself with your true spiritual purpose. This is a time when a door may open, or you may meet someone who can further your progress in the realms of your purpose and mission in life. Now with Mars in this aspect as well, it will give you the ambition and the drive to follow through with this. You just have to be careful you don't rush in, because Mars can be a bit impatient. Make sure you fully understand where you are at the moment and where you could be if you take advantages of these opportunities that come your way. Thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the review. If you'd like to see more, please subscribe. If you'd like to leave me a comment, I'd love to hear from you.